All right, we back. The Boxing Clinic and more. Don't let the name fool you. Got a great idea from a subscriber on I should do a power ranking every 4 weeks. Now, usually Friday around 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, we do our NFL show. We review the previous week and preview the next week. Didn't get to it this week. Tried to put it on Sunday because I was busy Friday, and it didn't work out because my internet just went out. Then it came back in. I was like, the game's already started. So Friday, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, our NFL talk show live on here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon button so you won't miss it. Okay. But this is the top 10 power ranking, and I definitely appreciate everybody for coming through. As well, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Much blessings to all the brothers and sisters that supporting what we're doing as well. And we're gonna get into it. Number 10 is the Green Bay Packers. In my opinion, the reason the Green Bay Packers, are not better than what they are is simply Aaron Rodgers got injured. He should have sat out after they beat the Chicago Bears. But the reason he did not sit out after they beat the Chicago Bears is because they thought the Minnesota Vikings was going to be that team, that deal. And, it turns out they haven't been that real deal yet. Prayers go out to Everson Griffin. Hopefully he fixes his mental situation. Mental health is a crazy situation, man, and much blessings and prayers to him. So they should have really rested Aaron Rodgers seriously, especially the second week with Minnesota. Let him heal up that knee a little bit, but he been playing on one leg, and he kind of criticized McCarthy for the play calling, but I think McCarthy is trying to protect Aaron Rodgers on some of those play calls. But I think Green Bay is going to be a team that's going to finish strong, in my opinion, especially if Aaron Rodgers get more healthier and the defense gel a little bit more. But I'm going to go ahead and say this, man. Think about Aaron Rodgers, man. Another thing about the Packers is, even with Ted Thompson moving on from the GM role to another role in the organization, they still didn't really address the backup quarterback situation. I think Deshaun Kaiser one day will be a great backup quarterback, or be even a formidable starter, but they should have brought in a veteran and should have built Kaiser on up, but they didn't. So that's another mistake Green Bay made. Well, Green Bay fans can't blame it on Ted Thompson, who was an amazing drafter. He just sucked at spending money in free agency. I know I'm a Lions fan. I follow the Packers. I don't have no disdain for the Packers, so you got to worry about that. Number 9, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The reason they probably not higher on my list, even though they 3-1, I just don't like Blake Bortles. Okay, I keep calling him Blaine Gabbert in some streams. I apologize. I got it right this time. Bortles just sucks. Okay, I don't understand how he got a contract, but he did. He played good in the playoffs, and now he's resorting back to Blake Bortles-ism, and that's trash can. But I love the defense. Love Calais Campbell. Love Malik Jackson. I love Miles Jack. I love, Telvin Smith. Man, I love the whole defense. Jalen Ramsey, AJ Abroye. Yes, I know them very, very well. And I love D.D. Westbrook, Cole, all these different weapons they got. But a part of the reason Bortles is probably struggling a little bit, and T.J. Yeldon from Alabama, he's been doing an excellent job, okay? One of the reasons they probably struggle a little bit is because Leonard Fournette been hurt. Leonard Fournette is the ace in that backfield. He's the ace on that offense. But I think if they would have went out and got a better quarterback, it would have been lights out. If they would have went out and went for the gusto and traded for Jimmy G, this team probably be going, to the Super Bowl. Back-to-back Super Bowls, possibly. But that's not the case, okay? Jags are number 9. Number 8 for me is the Washington Redskins, okay? Like what they doing. They come in at number 8 for me because they are balling. I love the defense. Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Ryan Kerrigan, Josh Norman. They are playing ball. Alex Smith makes some throws down the field versus Green Bay, and I like what they're doing. They building those trenches up. They building a defense with an attitude, and guess what? You go into November, you go into December, defense travels. They able to run the ball a little bit with AP, and they got, hopefully some of their weapons could step up. Crowder, you could be a force in the slot, and Dotson can show up. But that's the only question I got for them, especially if Jordan Reed stays healthy, which is a big if. They could be all the way up. So I like the Redskins at 2-1. Or they did 2-1. I think they had a bye week this week, or 3-1, one of the two. They came in at number 8, number 7. Talk about the New Orleans Saints. But the reason that, a lot of people probably expect the New Orleans to be a little bit higher, but they're not. The reason New Orleans is not higher is because I didn't forget early in the season they got blew out by the Bucks, and they struggled with a Tyrod Taylor Cleveland Brown team. But they kind of turned around, went to Atlanta, got a big win. Then they went to New York and got a big win. Always bothers me when Drew Brees goes outdoors, especially with his weak arm at his age. But Mark Ingram is going to help them out a lot coming back, in my opinion. He's going to help the defense out as well, too, who's starting to gel, because he's going to be able to get those tough yards and keep the other defense on the field and get a defensive rest. And time of possession going to be drastically different with Mark Ingram. Okay. Number 6, Chicago Bears. Love what Khalil Mack doing. He got like 4 or 5 sacks, touchdowns here, touchdowns there. Trubisky threw 6 touchdowns. I think that team is all the way up, especially they get Anthony Miller healthy. They get Allen Robinson rolling. The defense is going to get better. Roquan Smith, Leonard Floyd, Leonard Floyd, I think his name is. They're going to get better and better as the time goes on. When they back end, keep working with their front end, their corner's going to get better picks. So look out for Chicago, coming in at number 6. Number 5, the Tennessee Titans. Like what they doing. Mariota, they doing this with running the ball and defense. Their defense is just as potent, just as good now with them building their secondary up as the Jacksonville Jaguars is going to that point. They beat the Jaguars. They 3-1. They lost to the Dolphins because of that situation with the delay with the rainstorm and all that. But in my opinion, Tennessee all the way up. I think once Marcus Mariota arm get all the way better, Corey Davis is going to be a force. They lost to Lenny Walker. The kid Deion Lewis from Patriots is looking good. So I got the Titans in my top 5. 4, Carolina Panthers. I know they lost to Atlanta, on the road. Cam went back to the crib. It was what it was. But I still like Carolina. I still like the defense. They got some really young corners that's really handsy, got good ball skills. That's going to get better through the season. They're going to get Thomas Davis back. I think they're getting him back this week real soon. I mean, they trending upwards, man. Julius Pepper's still going. Christian McCaffrey toting that rock. I mean, I think DJ Moore going to get it together as well. Him and Cam going to form a better rapport. So I like them, man. I like Carolina a lot. This is my personal opinion. I got them at number 4, and I think you're going to be seeing them a lot come playoff time, make a deep run in the NFC, especially if they are able to get Greg Olsen back. I'm not 100% sure if he's going to come back or not. And Christian McCaffrey is a wonderful fantasy player. I think they had a bye week this week. Number 3, we're getting deep up in there. The Cincinnati Bengals. Now, I know people saying, the Bengals, Marvin Lewis ain't won shit. Hey, they doing a tremendous job. The boy kid is showing up. Play him in fantasy. Giovanni Bernard is holding it down for Joe Mixon now that he gone. I mean, Tyler Boyd is changing the dynamic. Tyler Eifert had a nasty injury, so much talent, but just often injured. AJ Green still there. They always had good DBs. And then they get the homie back, the dirty player that played the middle. I can't remember his name. Oh, Vontaze Burfict. And he going to get them some more attitude. I think the Bengals are trending up. I like the Bengals. Always had liked the Bengals, man. And I think they number 3. And they won 2 tough road games. They had 2 tough road games. They beat Atlanta. And I think they lost to the Panthers on the road where they could have won that game. But they just lost that game. And they beat the Ravens at the crib on Thursday night game. So I like what they're doing. Number 2 for me. The 1 and 2 should be no surprise. Number 2 for me, and I know I've been giving Patrick Mahomes a love fest on here. I love Patrick Mahomes. The Kansas City Chiefs, I think if they get Eric Berry back, it's going to be crazy. They should have been able to trade for Earl Thomas before he broke his leg. There have been rumors that they was going to try to trade for him before he fractured his leg. Earl Thomas and Eric Berry in the secondary would have been nasty. They got some good handsy corners as well. They got some good ball skills that can continue to get better throughout the season. Kareem Hunt rushed for over 100 yards yesterday. They showing the ability to run the ball. Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball. The defense high powered. They will hit rough patches with Patrick Mahomes. It will be ups and downs. Going out there in the snow. Going out there when it's cold. But they'll be able to hand the ball off to Kareem Hunt. He'll be able to do his thing. So that's something to look at as well. And I really like them. And number 1, Los Angeles Rams. They balling. Todd Gurley, it's all starts with him on offense, the play action, the threat of Todd Gurley catching the ball at the backfield. Then you got Cooper Kupp running down the middle of the field. You got Robert Woods doing his thing. I mean, you got a lot of different weapons. The defense, Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh. That's the fastest way to the quarterback. That's why defensive tackles is so important, especially pass rushers. They don't have to come from the edge, from angle, right up the gut. It's the quickest way to the quarterback. And that's my list. Rams 1, Chiefs 2, Bengals 3, Panthers 4, Titans 5, Bears 6, New Orleans Saints 7, Washington Redskins 8, Jags 9, Packers 10. I know it's going to be some disputes, but just my opinion, man. But shout out to everybody supporting what we're doing, TBC and more. Let me hear your top 5, top 10 in the comment section. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Also, if you'd like to donate, the PayPal link is in the description. Or you can wait till we go live Friday, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Might be a little bit early. We go live talking about our football in our live stream. I definitely appreciate everybody for rolling through. We're going to continue to keep talking football, basketball coming up, motivational talk. Check out our Raw in the Cup podcast. We touch on a plethora of topics. We're going to get it back rolling and record new. We're going to be recording new episodes talking about current events. So it's really not for kids' ears. So, but I definitely appreciate everybody for showing love. Do me a favor, share these videos, man. Share them, retweet them out. We are on Twitter. Every video we do gets tweeted out. Retweet them, put them on Instagram, share links on Facebook, share them with a friend that talks sports. And we're going to continue to grow, man. I definitely appreciate it. Y'all know what it is. Live from the D. What up, though? We gone.